My name is Bill Rose, and I'm the founder of the American People's Liberty Party. This is a party something like the Democrats, but like the Democrats used to be and should be now and are not. Anyway, I was thinking, what would America do? What would we do if the grid went down and all the cell phone towers didn't work? How would we communicate? You wouldn't have the internet. You wouldn't have your cell phone. All you would have would be like your AM radio. Well, there's one thing you can do, and that is to pick yourself up a 2-meter ham radio. And they come with a charger, and they're like $100 or less. And this one, I believe, is made by Syntex, something like that. You can Google for ham radios, 2-meter handheld. They're called HTs. Let's see what we got on here. Now, you're not, unless you have a ham license, you can't transmit on these radios unless it's an emergency. Well, I would say if the cell phones didn't work and the electric grid went out, it would be an emergency.
But, they can change their mind. That's all right, too. Let's see here. And I guess you say you're here. Where are you here from? Yeah, that's a bummer when the economy turns like that and people lose their jobs. Well, I sure wish you the best. If you're going to be here Saturday, you can go to the annual voiceover IP.
Well, evidently, this guy talking has a base station with a big long antenna. These radios here will, get out about 20 miles. And if you're near the ocean, they'll go out even further. This is a 5-watt unit, but it has a little rubber ducky antenna. So if you were to build a larger antenna and plug it in, then you could get up to 300-400 miles. But anyway, this is a handy thing to have for an emergency. And as you can see on the side, there's a place to plug in the charger. There's a 12-volt charger and a place to plug in an earphone. And you should keep it in a plastic bag, like one of these Ziploc bags. In case you get flooded out or something like that, the radio would still be good. So now I got it in this plastic bag and I can still operate the controls. Now the national calling frequency is 146.520.
Looking for my address here now. What would this be here? 85. I'm headed in the right direction. Hope you find yours.
Now you can get a ham license real easy if you want to study some electronics. And you can get a technician's license, and it doesn't require any Morse code. So you might want to Google for an example of the technician's license or the technician's ham license to see what it's all about. See if you want to study up a little bit.
3 W70R. Mobile. Windmill. In Eastern.
Okay, this guy's running around in a car, so he doesn't have very much range either. Anyway, I used to legally use a ham radio down in Mexico when I was staying in Mexico, and I was XE2 TTJ. And I used to talk all the way to Los Angeles and even further north on a antenna that a friend of mine built, and then later I built a couple of them, and they worked real good. And you can build those antennas out of wood and some wire. They're called a cubicle quad.
Take care. Have a safe trip home. Feel free to work 447-000 or 147-000. Both are negative and both are PL123. And that's internet world connection. Take care, W70R.
So they're called a cubicle quad 2-meter antenna. They have 3 elements. And you can look that up by Googling it. You'll find out how to build one of those if you need to reach more than, a few miles. For now, let me power this down, and this can be charged either through the wall socket with a 12 volt wall wart charger, or you can charge it through your cigarette lighter in your car. So that's how we would stay in touch, I guess, if our grid went down and cell towers went down and who knows what. That's the only way I know of to have any kind of communications that work. Of course, you could always have a CB radio, but they don't reach very far. But that's better than nothing, I suppose.